Weekend Update.
Fracking. About the building. What is fracking?
Well, Garrett, fracking is a process in which large volumes of fluid, a mixture of water, sand, chemicals, are injected into high-pressure underground cracks that open up and fracture the layers of the rock. The natural gas, which is trapped in tiny pores in the rock, flows out and is captured above ground. This can take place 3,000 to 15,000 feet below the surface, often crossing natural aquifers and water tables.
About when did this fracking begin?
Gas discovery may have begun in 1815 by Captain James Wilson. He accidentally came across natural oils while looking for salt near Brook Street in Charleston, West Virginia. The first use of fracking was in 1947. However, it was only until 1998 that modern fracking technology made possible the economical extraction of shale gas.
So now that we know what fracking is, let's go over some of the different types of fracking.
Okay, well, Garrett, there are a few types of fracking. Okay, first there's vertical drilling, which doesn't have any horizontal components. Generally, this form of fracking is used before horizontal drilling. Okay. Horizontal drilling moves laterally underground, so a larger hole can be reached with less holes being drilled into the earth. When it comes to fracking, there are a few different ways to go about it. Hydraulic fracking is the main method used. In this method, they drill a hole into the ground, then push a mixture of sandy water materials called pollutants and a gelling agent to hold the mixture together. This mix is then pushed down into the hole to keep the hole from filling. With well-borne cache, a hole is drilled as a hydraulic fracking, but now the hole is kept up with a cement casing. Finally, to get the gas from the holes, venting is done along with flaring to burn chemicals. And that's what it is, Gary.
Let's see if we can get a more visual idea of this vertical fracking. Bob?
Yeah. You want me to be an artist for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate or draw what vertical fracking is. This is your tube that is These chemicals are pumped in. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, and this is your ground. And this is your water aquifers, your water tables. Okay, that comes down and they pump this into here and they expand the materials. What it does is it cracks the rock here, and then all the gas is pumped back up here.
All right. So what are we talking about? Is this the water here?
This is your aquifer. This will go down about 3,000 to 15,000 feet. It'll drill down. It'll go through the sand and the bedrock and the water tables.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does, it fracks the rocks, and the gas is released and taken back up here. You figure back in the 90s, gas was probably $13 to $14, $16, whatever, a kilo, what they call cubic yard or cubic foot or whatever. Now it's only $2 to $3
because of this process?
Because of fracking. So this has dropped the price of gas so much that we need this for our economy. So if you look at like states like North Dakota, they're booming. The little towns that never had people there, they're overgrown with people, and there's so many jobs in North Dakota compared to the rest of the country.
Thank you for coming in today.
I don't shake hands.
Now we know what fracking is. Let's see how it's affecting our planet. Ian? Garrett? Leslie?
Garrett.
Leslie? Ian? All right, Ian, I noticed you're more on the, I'd say, big business side of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm on the business side of things, if you could say that.
Would you say that you're more on the closed-minded side as to what it's doing to our planet?
I wouldn't say I'm on the closed-minded side. I'm like 3/4 of the way to the left of open-mindedness. So, I mean, you could look at it like that, but however you want to see that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about pros, good things about fracking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, There's a lot of new jobs in fracking.
So what are the statistics on that? How many?
All right, let me show you right here.
You're not gonna raise that, so.
I don't need to. So as you can see from this graph, this is jobs, and this is percent. So that job's increasing over time.
All right, so you have no statistical data, just what you're on board here?
This is as good as you need. Statistical data.
So, all right. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with that, I mean,
Yeah.
we've got good energy independence, and I mean,
What is
what's
good
better
about,
than
what is good about energy?
what isn't good about energy
I
independence?
mean, do
That's
we
the
not have to
question.
rely on people?
We don't have to rely on people. That's exactly what I'd say. I mean, and
All right.
gas is
No.
burned a lot easier
All right.
than with fracking.
What are the numbers on that?
Thousands.
Thousands.
Thousands of numbers.
So you don't have any
Yeah.
number, any data on you?
At least 90. At least 90.
90 of what? Like what percent?
There's got to be at least 90. I
Okay.
mean, like
All right, so
maybe
90.
90. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's this other thing too. It's a lot easier to obtain. Fracking is much easier to obtain than other forms.
Obtain what? Like what are we trying to do?
We're getting gas. We're getting gas. It's so much easier. It's coming out of the ground.
What makes it easier in coming out of the ground?
Well, would you rather just get it out of the ground? Would you rather make it?
I'm pretty sure all gas comes from the ground. What makes?
Well,
So the job growth is that's a good thing for our economy right now, seeing as how we're kind of in a slump. So does that really outweigh the cons of?
yeah. I mean, would you rather have jobs or would you rather have cancer? I'd rather have neither. And because of that, we got to get some jobs. That's what I'm saying.
I can fully agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
that sounds
how
good.
could you argue with it?
Another. Thank you.
Yeah. It's
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
The gas burns easier, so that's another financial thing. I mean, the gas is a lot cheaper just to burn the gas.
It's a lot easier to burn, so you're going to save money. And I mean, have you heard that pennies actually cost more money to make than they do to
Yeah,
use
but
them?
that's not gonna do it.
Okay, well, I thought it was
Yeah.
important to add in, so.
So we'll probably go over to Leslie now. Leslie, and look at some of the cons.
Well, you may get job growth, but it kills the animals and it can cause earthquakes.
That seems like pretty bad stuff.
Everybody likes animals.
No one likes earthquakes. That is scary,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So, and let's go over another con real quick. What exactly is we pumping in the earth? I know that has a big.
We pump in millions of gallons of sand, water, and toxic chemicals into our earth whenever we begin to frack. That's fracked up.
And that's kind of what you're talking about, affecting our water, affecting our animals.
Yes, and not only that, but we dig through thousands of feet of our earth to do this every time. Just to get natural gas so we can create jobs but cause cancer and kill our animals.
So you're saying is it's kind of like unsustainable? Like we can do it for only so long before we start seeing some
Serious consequences.
But Leslie, I've also heard in other parts of the world, or other parts of the United States where we don't allow fracking, that there's still gas leaks into the main water stream.
See? It's horrible.
Yeah, and those are areas not affected by fracking.